That is Niger Triumph. From the streets of Lagos to global stages, Nigerians are making their mark in business, the arts, science, sports, and beyond. Right here on Niger Triumph, we share a spotlight on every win, big or small, because each victory reflects our resilience and brilliance. After all, Niger, know the carry last. I was expecting my feet to move, but it's not moving anywhere. But today we're hailing Nigeria as Nigeria celebrates its 65th independence anniversary, a significant milestone that offered the nation a moment to reflect on its past, recognize current achievements, and look ahead for renewed hope. Across the country, from bustling cities to rural communities, Nigerians expressed pride, resilience, and cautious optimism, of course, based on our gathering on the streets. Despite ongoing challenges, the spirit was clear. Nigeria endures, rebuilds, and continues to strive for a nation that works for all its citizens. At the center of the day's event was the renaming of the renovated National Theatre after Nobel Laureate Professor Wole Soyinka by President Bola Tinubu. President Tinubu, through his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says the recommissioning of the theatre is part of the official celebrations marking Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary. But in his response, Professor Wole Soyinka expressed mixed feelings about the honor, but accepted it out of respect for Nigeria's rich theatre heritage and the pioneers who built it. Tim, what a way to celebrate 65 years of our nation and to rename that monument after the sage, Wole Soyinka. I think that is absolutely befitting.
Yeah. Oh, yes. When you talk about theater in Nigeria, one of the very first names that comes to mind is Wole Soyinka. He's done a lot. He is a Nobel Laureate because of what he's done in theater. And I watched the ceremony yesterday where he said that he was ambushed. And Mr. President said, "No, you weren't ambushed. I did it. Yeah. I did it myself." It is fantastic to drive through and see how beautiful the National Theatre looks like right now. It's kudos to the federal government for this big feat. And I hope that the management that's in place right now will run that place right and make the kind of money that that place deserves to make.
All right, and big congratulations to Wole Soyinka. Well deserved. You know, I don't think there could be anybody else, you know, other than him. And he just has this witty side. Just watching him yesterday, I'm like, this man, he never grows old. But what I want to speak about is the fact that I love that we've worked on the National Theatre and it looks beautiful. Because Nelson, in other African countries, when you see the National Theatre, I'll use Ghana, for example, it's beautiful, it's well taken care of. You know, there's consistency. They make sure that, you know, it doesn't go bad. But in Nigeria, most of the times, we lack that, you know, to take care of things. You know, it looks really good. After some time, you see it goes down the drain. So I'm just begging that it's beautiful now. When you drive at night, you see it shining. That is how Lagos is supposed to look like. So please, let's make sure that we take care of it. Because when we take care of it, it's going to bring a lot of money for us.
You're absolutely right, Bria, because it was, you know, since 1977, you're talking about the Festival of Art and Art Culture, when it was, you know, founded at the time. National Theatre actually symbolizes the unity of Nigeria, you know, embodies the culture of Nigeria. So the fact that we renovated it is not enough, but what really matters is the maintenance. Yeah. Wole Soyinka said he was ambushed, as you said, Etoma, and he said sometimes he's always caught off guard. Anything he's doing about his life is drama. Even if he's not talking, it's about drama. So I'm happy with what you know, they've done. Looking at the structure, it's inspired by the military heart, the way it is, because at the time it was, you know, military regime that reigned supreme at the time. So we say kudos to Mr. President, kudos to Nigeria as a whole, and kudos to Professor Wole Soyinka, who refuses to grow old.
At all. And the structure is so beautiful. You know, I feel like as Nigerians, we need to, you know, hammer on the good things. Like you see the story now, it may not really go really far. But we need to talk about it. If something else happened to National Theatre, you'll see it everywhere today. But look at this positive news. We do not get to talk much about it. I'm happy that we're celebrating it because it's beautiful. At the end of the day, you know, foreigners are coming into Nigeria. They should have a place to go. We should be able to boast that, oh, this is our National Theatre and it is world class.
Indeed. So now we look forward to see a lot of stage plays, a lot of, you know, theatrics celebrations taking place at this center. I want to go there every other day. In fact, maybe we should take the breakfast show
down there.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah, one of the things that will keep this edifice alive and running is for the National Theatre to come up with a program that happens every weekend.
Yeah.
You know, stage plays,
Yeah.
poetry, stuff like that. That place should be bustling over every day. And now you can go to the National Theatre, sit down and have a good time with your friends.
And somehow you see, yesterday, the thing is, according to what the producer is saying now, say that they should have made it an event center for parties.
For parties.
And I think that's a very good one.
Yeah.
But one of the things that was done there yesterday is the fact that one of these actors, I forgot his name, relieved the Fela experience.
Oh yeah.
Performed it, and it was it was as though Fela was brought back on stage. You know, the dressing, the dance, the song, the sound,
the attitude,
everything was relieved yesterday. You know, in the presence of people of the old. Let me just say that, because those who experienced Fela when he was always performing live on stage. So it's beautiful with the kind of rekindling of bringing back that lifestyle, the way things are. So we want to see so many things, not event center, not religious.
And Nelson, I feel like all the students in universities that are studying theater should be brought here. When they have
they will always
events.
visit there.
Yes,
It's
they
part
should be
of
brought
their
here for
project.
events.
Absolutely.
And I also really like that maybe every Friday or every Saturday we know that this particular university is bringing a play here. It's something that a lot of young people will look forward to. So please, I think this is something that we should do so that they get to practice as well. We shouldn't use it for anything other than just making sure that Nigerian youth use it positively.
And also the state government should ensure that the boys are kept from this environment, so that the infrastructure here can be allowed to stand. We don't want to see green bottles rolling around the environment.
And one thing is, when we look at how people are leaving the country and saying that they want to imbibe foreign culture, this is something that actually emasculates our own culture. Actually talks about our culture, the Nigerian culture. Mention it, over 30,000 culture in Africa, over 500 in Nigeria. So let's decolonize our minds. We are saying we are decolonizing, but then there is this element of decoloniality, meaning all the vestiges of the colonial empire still in us. Let's just eschew all of those things. This is a monument that represents us. Let's always take all our culture there and relieve it so that the future generations will enjoy seeing this.
Beautiful. Thank you, Nelson, for these amazing stories. At the end of the day, nobody can tell our story like us, and that's why this is very